Hey y'all, I want to talk about something that I was having a conversation about with a friend earlier, and I think I just been wanting to talk about it. Okay, so can we not be so defensive? Can we not be so defensive? Speaking from someone who is still healing from being defensive, so I get it, but can we be open and receptive to the people that we say love us and care about us and have our best interests at heart? And I mean, we really know this factual. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. We know these people love us. We know they have our best interests. We know they're not jealous of us. We know, you know, these are soul felt people, okay? Can we not be so defensive? There was a time I was really defensive. I was talking to a man, and I thought I could save this man, but I couldn't. But I thought I could, and I just thought he was. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I thought he was like my twin flame. If you know, you know. He was definitely not, but I thought he was. Okay, and there were people around me that would tell me like, hey, I don't think this relationship is healthy. I think you deserve someone better. And I always felt like they just didn't know him. They just didn't know him. I seen this vulnerable side of him. They didn't know, they didn't get to see him the way that I seen him. So their judgments weren't I just felt like, you know, yeah, I felt like their opinions weren't factual, I guess. I don't know. So that's why I say, like, I was every time someone maybe wanted to tell me something, if I didn't want to hear it, I was automatically like, that shit going in one ear and out the other. I'm not listening to you. I'm not paying. I'm not. This relationship was very unhealthy. And looking back on it, I wish I would have left sooner. It showed me my self-worth was in the trash in this relationship. But you couldn't tell me that. You couldn't tell me that. You couldn't tell me that my self-esteem wasn't suffering. I didn't want to hear that. I didn't even believe that. I didn't even believe that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, can we not be so defensive? Had I not been so defensive and more open to hearing critique, maybe it wasn't something I wanted to hear, but it's just being open to the solutions, or just open to hearing what people that I love, why couldn't I receive their message? Why was I just so strong in what I believed in that, or, you know, I think that was like one thing that I kind of regretted a little bit looking back on some of my relationships. I stayed, oh my gosh, I stayed in places way too long. Way too long. I wish I would have listened. I wish I would have listened. I wish I would have been open to receiving the messages of what some of the people that I knew loved me were trying to tell me. And I know some people is like, oh, I'm just hard-headed. I like to learn the hard way. Well, then I'd be like, why do you like to learn the hard way? And if you like learning the hard way, how is that playing out in your life, in your relationship, in your career, in your spirituality? I don't know. Like, can we be open? Can we just be more receptive? And I'm just throwing this out there because, like I said, I've been in spots and I really wish I would have been open and receptive to receiving what people were saying to me and not just thinking I know it all, or they just don't want to see me happy, or, you know, I want to have those kind of friendships and relationships where you can tell me about myself. Tell me about myself. Tell me about myself. Now, you may not always be right. You know what I'm trying to say? You may not always be right, but I'll be open to it. It's something we can talk about. It may not even be something I always agree with, but it's something I'm going to look into. And if I feel like there is a course correction that needs to be made, I am going to course correct. I actually had like a misunderstanding with a friend one time, and we're talking about a situation, and she was saying that she felt like I was being judgmental. And at the time in the conversation, I didn't feel like I was being judgmental. But when we got off the phone, I think, you know, a day or two had passed or something, and I thought about it. I said, Lisa, were you projecting? Were you projecting? And I had to come back, and there was part of me that was projecting, and I had to course correct, you know, and I apologized to her, and I was like, you know what, you say I was being judgmental, and I'm gonna have to agree with you on, I do feel like I was being judgmental about this situation. You know, so that's just like a small example. Before, I probably would have been very defensive and just held on to, no, I'm not judgmental, and just very strong on my point. Now I see actual repercussions of not listening to what people that love you have to say. Like, nobody's out. Like, if you know this person love you and you know they're, nope, we're not here to harm you. We're not here to steer you in the wrong direction. We're not here to take away your happiness. We want you to be happy. We want you to be loved. Hence why I'm coming to you and saying, hey, there's something I think you're not seeing here that I can see. So just being open to, you know, just being open to that. Man, so can we not be so defensive? Can we be open? Can we be willing to look at ourselves? Can we look in the mirror more often? I feel like people are so scared to see themselves, so scared. People don't want to be bad people. Or whatever, I don't know. I think that's what's wrong with society today. Everybody can be so defensive that they don't even want to hear some of the truth, like factual things that are going on. They'd rather be in denial, avoidance. Because look at our country right now. So can we just not be so defensive? Can we be open? Can we be willing to change? Can we be receptive? Can we take accountability? Can we take responsibility? Can we just own our stuff without excuses too? I don't know. Just my thoughts. Alright, I'm done with that rant and rave, but I think there's something else I want to talk about, but I'm going to make a different video about it. Peace.